good, man? What's up? What's up, people? This is me, L Teddy 27, and we're gonna get right down to it. This is gonna be our review for Blood and Water, Season 1, Episode 5, Frenemy number 1. Let's get right down to it. I'm gonna try to make this review less than an hour, so I'm gonna rush through. I know, be angry with me now, but I'm gonna have to rush through. So we start at the beginning of the episode. We have two things going on simultaneously. We start off with Wendy being in the principal's office, telling her all about how a finance swim coach is banging Fix's back out, okay? Blowing her back out, beating in her box all the time. Coupled with Fix trying to repair the relationship between her and Pulane. So Wendy is over here, starts off telling the principal that she has, that someone has told her that that Fix and finance swim coach is fucking, and that they saw them kissing at Chris's party. The principal handled this shit all wrong. The principal, at this point, if you ask me, her ass needs to be fired because she does not have any institutional control. No institutional control at all. She doesn't have the leadership capability. This girl came to her with allegations of something that's very serious, something that probably took a lot of courage for her to even bring up. And what does the principal do? The principal goes on this whole tirade, basically trying to make her feel like, oh, you're wrong for telling me. Threatening her with the student code of conduct, and you better tell whoever this anonymous witness is, if they don't come and see me, then you gonna be suspended. And all that. It was just a mess. The entire way the principal handled this was a mess. But we'll keep going down there. At the same time, you got Fix trying to fix her relationship with Pulane. Fix goes up to the Magazine Society's meeting. She tells Pulane, I need to talk to you. Pulane comes out. Fix apologizes to Pulane. I'm sorry for everything. We need to try and work everything out. Let's call a truce. Pulane apologizes to her. My bad for all my parts in it too. I apologize for everything I did too. And they go from there. Now, next thing we know, the principal is a whole damn mess. Just a whole damn mess. Next thing we know, we see Wendy meeting up with Pulane. Wendy tell Pulane, listen, because Pulane, while Wendy was meeting with the principal after Pulane had made up with Fix, Wendy gets a text from Pulane saying, oh, don't tell anybody about, the voice message I sent you. Wendy goes over there to Pulane, hey, boo, I already told Principal Daniels, girl, you're going to have to get over that. Pulane says, no, and then she says, well, you got to go talk to Principal Daniels because she said you got to tell her what you saw. Pulane says, what if I don't agree to? She says, well, I'll get suspended. She said, well, I might not agree to do it, baby. Wendy pulled out that good phone and played that voice message. You want to try that again, boo? And kept it moving and walked off. Didn't even wait for her to answer. Just a mess. I ain't mad at you, Wendy. I would have did the same thing. Next thing we see KB and Pulane in this room in the school. They're talking, doing their thing. And I love this relationship between KB and Pulane. It is so beautiful, so great. I'm here for it. He plays this track from this, hold on, y'all. Cheap wine break. You know it's cheap when you're drinking a wine out of a box. Anyway, Pulane then listened to the track, and it's cool. She likes it. She said, I loves it. Him and his friend supposed to be making a mixtape or whatnot. I think if I'm not mistaken, from what I understand, the guy who's his friend, who we see later in the movie, not the movie, in the episode, is actually a real South American rapper. And I think we hear some of his songs in the actual show, if I'm not mistaken. And so, well, we'll get there. But anyway, he says he wants her to be on one of his tracks and sing and so forth, and be on one of his tracks. And she's like, no. And he was like, yeah, come on over. And anyway, so it was real cute. They're back and forth. But then he said, well, come over to my house after school and we can work on some more music. So I was glad to see. I'm glad to see that they are moving forward with their relationship. Pulane then goes to Principal Daniels' office with Wendy to tell her all that she saw. She comes right on out and tell her, I was at Chris's party. I saw Fix and the coach arguing at first, and then later on I saw them kissing. Girl, she comes right on out. Now the principal continues to make them feel wrong for telling her. Like she continues to you know, be all threatening and so forth to them. Just the whole way she handles this was a mess, just a mess. But she tells them not to tell anybody while they're handling the investigation for all of this. And what does Poulang do? Walk out of that office, walk right over to the photography room where Wade is, and tell Wade everything, which she just was told not to do. Poulang is all out of control at this point. She is spiraling. She is handling everything wrong. She is just so out of control at this point. She's a mess at this point. Poulang is a whole mess. I mean, everything she's not supposed to do, that's exactly what she does. She's a mess. Principal Daniels then meets with finance swim coach. Finance swim coach, of course, denies it. Principal Daniels tells him, "Hey, boo, hey, if you just be honest with me now and tell the truth, then I can quietly and discreetly let you go ahead and resign. Nobody ain't got to know, and we could try and save and salvage the rest of Fakile's life, because this is going to be a whole world of trouble for her if this comes out. So let's try to mitigate all of that, salvage everything, let you go away quietly, and keep it moving." He continues to deny. Now, um, then we see, while that's happening, we see Poulang and Wade talking about, fixing, trying to figure out, how they can continue to investigate whether Fix was her sister. And then Wade cut right to the. I thought you said you weren't friends with her no more. And then you just told me that you just told my mom that you are just handling everything all wrong. You too emotional. You too invested. You're spiraling out of control. This shit is a fucking mess. It's a fucking shit show. Okay. Then I mean they talk about the fact that, well, shouldn't she have baby pictures of her at her house, and maybe I can go to her house and we can compare her baby pictures that she has of Fix to the baby pictures I have of my oldest sister. And I know my mom has a sketch of the lady who they say they found in a cab holding an infant, and that was the person who abducted my sister, and maybe I can compare that to her pictures of her mom or whatever. It's just a lot going on, just a lot. And so then, finance swim coach texts Fix. Fix is in his office chilling, writing, little lovey-dovey hearts about him and her. Baby, he texts her and say, "Listen, they know. They know about us. You need to delete this entire conversation. You need to get out of my office immediately." Baby. She deletes all the text messages and their whole phone conversations, and bails the hell on out of there quickly. Poulang then sees Fix at her locker, and Fix is a little disheveled. But Poulang says, "Listen, why don't we hang out? We trying to, work on our friendship and stuff like that. Why don't I come over to your house and we hang out or whatever?" So Fix was like, "Well, no, I got a photo shoot and I got to do some stuff on Saturday. But if you want, you can come by. You can come with us, because KB will be there, and the guys, the gang will be there. So you're welcome to come." And she was like, "Fine, that's no problem. I'll meet you at your house. I have my mom drop me off at your house, and then we can go and do that." So that's what they decided to do. Now that's gonna be the opportunity for Poulang to try and get all of this information she talked to Wade about. Finance swim coach. Oh, then another student came up to Fix and said, "The principal needs to meet with you immediately." You know what that's about. Finance swim coach. We see him deleting all the evidence from his computer, from his phone, and everything of him and Fix. Poulang is then at KB's house, and that's where they're recording this stuff for this mixtape, and that's where you see the other guy who I told you was a real South American rapper. South African, not South American, South African rapper, and stuff like that. And I think we hear some of his music on the during the actual show, because they have some great rap music playing during the show. Great rap music. If you do nothing else, watch it again with the captions on, so you can actually see the lyrics to the rap song. Some real deep stuff there. Anyway, um, and she after some coaching and some talking, KB finally gets Poulang to sing on one of the songs, and she sounds great. Now we know it's a voiceover. We know it's somebody else singing and not the real actress. But it was cool. It was cool. Later they on after his friend leaves, they talk about KB's past, and we found out that his mom left him at a really young age. He really doesn't miss her because he never really knew her. She lives in London. All right, and then we find out that KB wants Poulang to come to dinner with his dad. To dinner with him and his dad. So then we see Poulang's family having dinner. Mom is there, dad is there, Sia is there, and Poulang is there. So the mom doesn't let the dad come to dinner. And they talk about how they need to try to, move forward, and, the family needs to move forward together and this, that, and the third. So the mom then announces that we're no longer going to have the birthday party for the oldest sister and so forth. Because I agree with Poulang that we need to try and move forward. I thought it was cute, but we'll see how that goes in a little bit. Fix's mom then talks to her after Principal Daniels, so because Principal Daniels don't call Fix's mom, and Fix's mom goes to her and say, "Listen, go ahead and just tell me the truth now. If you did it, go ahead and tell me now. Because if you tell me the truth up front, we can try and we can try and mitigate all of this or contain all of this so it's not as bad." She of course lies. Fix then immediately, after her mom walks out the room, texts the swim coach and says, "I need to talk to you. I need to talk to you. Please answer my messages." A mess. This is what teenagers do. They are irrational. They act on emotions. Anyway, at Poulang's house, Poulang checks to see if her mom is sleeping. When she thinks her mom is asleep, her mom was asleep. Her mom was asleep, and she went into the garage and started rummaging through all of the old boxes to find these sketches and pictures that she talked to Wade about. Now, her mom wakes up in the middle of the night and hears something in the garage. So she sneaks in the garage and she sees Poulang, but Poulang doesn't see her. And she sees Poulang and going through all of the old articles and pictures and stuff, but she can't exactly see what Poulang is looking at. And she doesn't let Poulang know, and she sneaks back in her bed and goes to sleep without Poulang seeing. The next day, we see Poulang go over to Fix's house for the photo shoot. Now, Poulang is a whole man. She's too invested. She becomes sloppy. She becomes real sloppy. So she around the house snooping around. The lady told her, "Sit your ass over here in this area, right over here." Does she do that? No. Her ass over here, all over the house, looking for pictures and everything, all in people's house. Like she not gonna get caught. And of course she gets caught. This um taking a picture of the mom and some friends and some stuff. She lies to the mom, making up some a lie about Pinterest and picture frames and stuff. Just a mess. Thank God Fix came and saved the day and said it's time for us to go. So down to the photo shoot, KB was there in all of his fineness and glory. He was so fine. He was so fine. He was so fine. Child, he had on them tight swim trunks. He had that body glowing. He had that beautiful ass smile. It was everything. Next thing you know, Fix gets a text from finance swim coach who says, "Oh, I got a hotel room at the at the hotel y'all at. Come upstairs." How sloppy is that? Can we say sloppy? Child, a mess. I I looked at it. I was like, "Are you fucking serious? All this going on, but y'all still sneaking around at the same hotel where KB and the rest of the kids are." Just a mess. And KB don't even know. Just a mess. Anyway, we found out KB got a room too, honey. KB got plans. Finance swim coach is in there with Fix, and he tells Fix we need to break up, and we don't need to do this no more because it's not worth it, and people gonna find out this, that, and the third. Of course, she's a emotional, reactionary ass teenager. What do you mean we need to break up? No, are you just gonna let that set in the way of us, this, that, and the third? And then he finally tells her my wife is pregnant. She didn't even know the wife was pregnant. A mess. That should have shown her right there how much he cared about her. And then he tells her, "I only know two people that saw us kissing. That was Chris and that was Poulang. So which one of them do you think told?" She said it would never be Chris. He was like, "Well, then it's got to be Poulang." She the one who told the principal that we was in a relationship because she saw us kissing. Because the principal's stupid ass told him See, the principal handled that all wrong. The principal interviewed not Chris, the swim coach first. The swim coach was supposed to be the last person you interviewed after you had did all your other interviews, stupid ass. But whatever. So now the principal did what? He was able to tell Fix to delete all this stuff. He was able to try to fix as much as he can and figure out who it was. Anyway, so when Wendy no, not when Fix finds out that it's Poulet, she goes downstairs because she's already in her feelings because the swim coach done basically broke up with her. So she's all emotional. She goes downstairs and tells Reese and Chris what's happening because KB and Poulet went upstairs to KB room. Chris, of course, loses it like he always does, and Reese just cusses like she always does. And Fix says Poulang will eventually get hers. I just want to go home. I just want to go home. A mess, a mess. So they all, and she tells them that it's Poulang that outed her to Daniels. A mess. Next thing you know, Poulang is in the room with KB, and KB is trying to put the moves. KB trying to stick his spoon in her sugar bowl. Okay. Of course, she was a good girl, and she turned him down. And he was like, she was like, shouldn't we go downstairs and hang with the rest of the guys? He was like, nah, let's just hang out up here, me and you on the balcony. So she was like, okay. She said, well, let me text Fix and tell Fix. She texted Fix that she was gonna be that she was gonna see them later. She was gonna hang out with KB on the balcony. Fix texts her back, go fuck yourself. And at that point, Poulang knew, oh, she knows. A mess, a mess. Next thing we know, we see Poulang's mom and dad talking about what the mom saw the other night. The mom seeing Poulang going through the articles, and she didn't know what article she went out, but she was like, Poulang is the one who was trying to tell us to move forward and get over Pume. And now, what is she doing? I don't know what article she put in her pocket. She seemed real urgent about it, but I don't understand. So they're trying to figure out what Poulang is up to. Then we see swim coach at home watching movies with the wife. Swim coach keeps getting calls by Fix. Calling. He don't answer. Finally, Fix leaves a voice message. Baby, he listens to that voice message. Fix said, I told my parents everything, and they said they are not going to let you resign quietly and get away with this. Just so you know. And he's looking, his whole face done turned white. And the wife looking at him like, what's wrong? Baby, he got to admit everything to the wife. A mess. A mess. Then, the next day at school, we see Poulang goes to talk to Wade. She's trying to talk to him about everything. Wade is not here for it. Wade ain't trying to hear her, especially after the whole thing with her kissing KB. He saw that. And so Poulang sees that Wade is having issues. So she comes right out. What's the problem? With KB. So Wade finally let her know, I like you. And I don't know how you and KB got to be whatever y'all is, but I don't like it. And I thought we had something real, and now you all of a sudden all into KB. He said, I'm not here for the friend zone. I don't do the friend zone shit. So listen, let me tell you how this gonna go. I'm gonna help you get through this Fix thing to figure out if that's your system, because I know it's important to your family. But after that, don't act like you know me no more. We ain't gonna be no friends no more. Don't come around here with the fuck shit, because if you don't want to be with me, we can't be friends. Baby, he listened to Deborah Cox at RL. We can't be friends. Anyway, next thing we know, we see swim coach goes with his wife to the school to render his resignation to Principal Daniels. He goes in there to give his resignation. First he asked the wife if she wanted to go inside with him, and she said no, I'll stay in the car. And so you can see she's really emotional in the car. She got tears in her eyes and all, honey. Baby, he goes in there to do this resignation. He gives it to the principal, tells her, well, what happens from here? She was like, you don't step your foot on these grounds no more, first of all. Second of all, that's going to be between you and Fix's parents, who's after your ass. So you're going to have to deal with them, not me. He was like, well, what's going to happen to Fix? What can you do for Fix? She was like, first of all, you ain't in no position to be telling me what to do with anybody. But anyway, we'll start off with some counseling for her, and then we'll figure out from there what we're going to do after the counseling. Baby, while he's in there talking to the principal, Wifey, he goes outside after talking to the principal to the car. Wifey gone. Wifey done went inside that school looking for Fix. She going from classroom to classroom looking for Fix. Baby, when she finds Fix, baby, just a mess ensues. She tries to go after her. Chris tries to, lay hands on the wife. She was like, I'm pregnant. Don't put your hands on me. She started throwing books at Fix. It's a whole mess. Just a whole mess. Everybody videotaping on their phones, taping it on their phones and recording it on their phones. Just a mess. Just a whole mess. Anyway, once that got broken up, after school, Pulang is outside talking to KB about everything. And KB was like, y'all need to fix y'all shit. Y'all got way too much going on and way too much drama. KB then goes over there. He says, I got to go because he's looking for Fix to talk to her and see how she's doing. So she's in the principal's office. So you got Reese and Chris out there. So KB confronts Chris and Reese about not telling him about swim coach and Fix. They was like, oh, we thought you were still too much into her. They started the third. He was like, no, I like Pulang now. Baby, Chris kept calling Pulang a traitor, cunt, bitch, and da-da-da. He said, call her a bitch one more time. Baby, he called Pulang a bitch one too many times. Baby, when I tell you, that young man, KB, reached back and slapped the dog ass shit out of Chris. Now, mind you, that must be a South African thing. Because in America, when we fight, ain't nobody slapping you in no fight. And when you ain't getting slapped in a fight in America, it's going to be a balled up, clenched fist. Ain't going to be no open hand slap. But I guess that's a South African thing. I'm going to let y'all have that. But he did slap the taste out of Chris's mouth, honey. And it went from there, honey. After that, they ain't had no whole ass fight because I guess Chris knew he ain't want them good hands. And he let it go. After that, we see Wade doing some research and stuff like that. Wade ends up finding out that after doing his research that KB's dad was the lawyer for the agency that was responsible for the abduction. And he kind of got them off. And so Wade's dad is connected to the agency that abducted Pulang's older sister. So he calls Pulang and tells her, leaves a voicemail and tells her that, hey, I found out some information about KB's dad. You might want to know because he can give us information about your sister Pume and so forth. Baby, Pulang is already at Wade's house, okay, for this dinner. She sees the voicemail but ignores it. She goes in the house. KB's dad answers. She hears all this noise, all these people, because she thought it was just going to be the three of them. It's a whole ass dinner party, okay? He was like, oh, KB didn't tell you? It's just friends and family. But yeah, there are people here. She was like, okay. Baby, she goes in there. And when she goes in there, who's the first people she see? Fix and her mama. Just a mess. And it goes off from there. As y'all can see, it's a whole lot going on with this show. I think we got one more episode, and I'm here for it. Y'all lay around and look for the Netflix party that we plan on having. Those of us reviewing the show, we're going to have a Netflix party for the final episode. Y'all look around for it. And that's all I got for y'all. Until next time, thank y'all for coming. Y'all drive safely.